Hey guys, yes, I'm wearing the same clothes as my last basics video. That's because I just made the other one, but I wanted to get two done in a day. So today I'm just talking about pretty much the last one on skincare, and that's going to be treatments. Now this is going to include acne treatments. I'm going to talk about exfoliating your skin, scrubs, all that kind of stuff, and also chemical exfoliants like salicylic acid, glycolic acid, masks, face masks, which obviously can be for all sorts of skin types depending on what kind you have, and then also just some rosacea kind of things, which I'm not I don't know that much about it because I don't have rosacea, but I've heard of good lines for those kinds of people. So to start off, we'll just talk about acne treatments. Now I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a background on my skin. When I was a teenager, I got like my first breakout, like pretty big on my forehead, and it was just yuck. And I tried natural lines that just made it worse, and I tried just like basic kind of like Neutrogena, salicylic acid type of products, and they tended to work better. But I always found that, like as I talked about in some of my other videos, that gentler basic products tended to work the best. And so as I've gotten older, I mean, probably hormones have contributed to it, but my skin has been doing way better. Like, I don't think my skin has been like blemish free for as long as it has recently, which is amazing. And I will show you what products I've been using. And I do actually think that they were the ones that, were actually helping. So to talk about treatments that I recommend for if you're a teenager, you're struggling with acne. Now, if you have like really, really bad, horrible cystic acne, all that stuff, I'm sure you've gone to a dermatologist and they've given you things to help. So I don't know if my information would be of any use to you, but it may. So, but if you do have just kind of, the random pimples or random breakouts, which is what I had when I was a teenager, I'll kind of try to help you a little bit on what the best products are to use and how to use them. So I really I think my favorite treatment is something with benzoyl peroxide. That is actually what Proactive uses, and I did try Proactive for a while, and it seemed to work, but it was so harsh on my skin because I actually do have sensitive skin. Even though I'm oily and I'm prone to breakouts, my skin is still sensitive, and so I just found that it was way too harsh. My skin would be so red, and also because like the cleanser is a scrub, and it's actually a really harsh scrub, and so I really don't recommend Proactive. I mean, if it works for you and you're not that sensitive, that's fine, but I really think overall it's just probably not going to help. Just like, later on in your life, I think it probably is not good. Like I've read a lot of stuff more recently about how like scrubs that feel really harsh and gritty are actually like tearing your skin, like way, where you can't see it obviously, but it's just not good, versus like chemical exfoliation, which I'll try to talk about a little bit later on as well. But so benzoyl peroxide, I highly, highly recommend treatments with benzoyl peroxide in it. I don't think you need a cleanser. Let me start off with this. You don't need a cleanser that has any kind of treatment in it. I would just say get a basic gentle cleanser like the Eucerin one that I talked about in my cleanser video. Maybe even Cetaphil, even though I've heard that that's not, sometimes it breaks people out, so be careful. Cerave, Purpose cleanser, even like Clean and Clear makes a great one. It's like a sensitive skin gentle cleanser or something, and it's just really basic, no treatments in it, because I don't think like a cleanser really is, because it's not staying on your skin, so it really isn't going to be treating anything. So the product that you want to focus on treating is an actual treatment product, not your moisturizer, not your cleanser, not your toner or astringent. Once again, I'm not a big fan of toners or especially astringents. I think they're really, really harsh. The alcohol that tends to be in them, or a lot of salicylic acid, can be really harsh. And I mean, once again, if you don't have sensitive skin, you can try it, see if it works for you, because some people love that kind of stuff, but I just found that it has never really worked for me. So for, once again, the treatments, benzoyl peroxide, like I said, but I want to tell you what products have that in there. So Neutrogena has I think it's called On the Spot blemish treatment gel or cream or something, and it has, I believe, 2.5% benzoyl peroxide. You really don't need anything more than 2.5%. That's enough to treat your blemishes and help kill them. And what the benzoyl peroxide does is it actually it kills the bacteria that's in a formed pimple. So salicylic acid is actually an exfoliant which helps to go deeper into your pores and clean them out. So it helps, it's more of a preventative treatment versus the benzoyl peroxide, which is actually going to treat what you already have, which is usually what we're looking for. But that being said, it's good to use both if you are having a lot of blemish problems, because both of them will help overall. But I think benzoyl peroxide is the best for like spot treatment when you actually have a blemish. So there's the Neutrogena one, which is really, I mean, basically good priced. One that I found that's like you get a huge amount for a decent price. It's probably more, it's probably cheaper if you're going to use it for a long time, is the acne.org treatment. And this is just really basic ingredients, benzoyl peroxide 2.5%. I've used this a lot, and it's actually part of his treatment system, which is very interesting. It tells you to put like a ton of this on your skin and like blend it into your skin to like 2 times a day. It's really intense regimen, whatever. And I tried it and it made my skin horribly flaky. I did it for a long time, so it was like my skin just did not get used to it. I had to put so much moisturizer and it was horrible. It was a mess. So I mean, you can try his system if you really want to, and if you have the patience to see if your skin actually gets used to it, because that's what's supposed to happen. But it didn't happen for me, and it didn't make my skin any better. So if you want to just get a great spot treatment that'll last forever, you can get that. Yeah, so there's that. And then if you want something that's going to be more natural and not so chemical, which, I mean, benzoyl peroxide obviously is a chemical, but it's not, I don't think it's really bad for your skin. But if still you're one of those health freaks that, oh, I need something natural, you can go for like the Mario Badescu drying cream. They also have buffering lotion, which is good for cystic acne, and they have drying lotion, which is similar to this, but it's more for like the blemishes that have come out, just basic kind of blemishes, not cystic acne. But I mean, this one is, you're supposed to be able to use it like, it kind of almost conceals it and treats it, and it has sulfur in it. So sulfur is going to be a natural way to treat acne. I don't think it probably works as well as the benzoyl peroxide, but you can totally try it, and it smells really great. Not really. So there's that. And then to wrap this up with the product that has been helping my skin a lot, it's actually one that a dermatologist gave me. So I don't know how, I mean, obviously you have to go to a dermatologist to be able to get it, and they have to like look at your skin and say, yes, I think that would work for you. Here's a prescription, or here's some samples. My dermatologist that I went to gave me samples, so I've been using them, and it's called Epiduo. And what it is, it's a benzoyl peroxide, 2.5%, and it also has adapalene, I don't know how you say it, which is a retinol. So the retinol, basically how she described to me how it works is that the retinol opens up your pores and keeps them open, and the benzoyl peroxide treats the acne. And the problem that I was having was, I don't know if you can notice, but right here, you can see I have these little red dots, and I was getting like acne here that kept coming back, and it would die and then it would come back and it would go and then come back, and I was getting so frustrated because I'm like putting benzoyl peroxide but it's not working. Like it kills it and it dries it out, but then it just comes right back. And so I was telling her this, I'm like, it's so frustrating. She's like, well, here, try this. And guys, it works. It totally works. And even though it has retinol, it has not been really harsh on my skin. It's been working great. These blemishes like went away literally within like probably a month. They were completely gone and have not come back. So I'm just like, praise God, finally something that works. So anyway, so I highly recommend this stuff for treating blemishes, especially ones that will not go away, which, as I was saying, I've had problems with. So I think that's pretty much all that I have for blemish treatment. I know it's a lot of information, so hopefully that helped you. Let me know if you have any more questions about that. Okay, so now I want to talk about exfoliating your skin. This is something that I've read a lot about, heard about. I'm not super knowledgeable on my own, but I've tried stuff, so I want to just kind of tell you once again the basics of what I've experienced and know about it. There's two types of exfoliation. Basic types are physical exfoliation and chemical exfoliation. Physical being like a facial scrub that has little kind of grains of something in it that you scrub on your skin. A chemical exfoliation is going to be more of, I mean, it's on a lower scale of what they do at the dermatologist, where you get like a chemical peel or something like that. I mean, that's a chemical exfoliation, and you can do that at home with products that are less harsh, and that will definitely help your skin. And it basically, I mean, it just depends on what kind of a chemical it is. You know, a lot of times they basically, like, some of them like take off the first layer, the top layer of your dermis, and help just kind of cleanse out your pores, and all that kind of stuff. You can totally read more about it. I'm just not too familiar with it, because I don't like taking the time to do stuff that takes a long time. So I'm usually just like, give me the fast way to treat my skin and make it look all right, you know? So that's kind of what I'm giving you here. But, I found that physical scrubs tend to be really harsh, and you have to be really careful about what ones you use, because they just tend to kind of irritate your skin more than actually help it. I used to use this one by St. Ives. Oh, don't use St. Ives scrubs. They're just so harsh. But I used to use one by St. Ives like every single day to get off my Revlon Color Stay foundation, and it was like harsh. And I'm so glad I quit using it. My skin is less red and like healthier, looks way better, and yeah, so don't use those. I wouldn't recommend it. But I do have a couple of scrubs that I use that I recommend that are, well, physical, they're scrubs. So I want to show those to you. I've been using this one. It's actually a mask, but it's also a scrub because it has little beads in it. But this is the Freeman facial enzyme mask. It's a pineapple one. Actually, this is supposed to be super similar to one by Philosophy. I think it's their micro delivery fruit enzyme mask, something like that. That is supposed to be almost exactly the same thing, and it has AHA, which is salicylic acid, in it. Yeah, and so this is just going to be gently exfoliating. It's an actual physical exfoliant, but it has a chemical exfoliant in there as well. So it's just like you get two things in one, which I think is great. This has never caused me to break out. I've used it a lot. It's really good. It just makes my skin glow, feel really healthy, look nice. So I really like this guy. I try to use it like once a week or something, but you can totally use it like 3 times a week probably if you want. This is something I got really recently. It's the Philosophy Micro Delivery Exfoliating Wash. This is the same, I mean, it's kind of similar except for it's a wash. So it's basically supposed to be a 30-second cleansing mini peel for your skin, which is kind of what I was talking about. Like if you go to a dermatologist, they can give you a peel. But it has like amino acids in it. It has, let me see, it's got like kind of those acids and things that are just going to help kind of resurface your skin, exfoliate down to like the deeper levels versus just the surface. And so it's going to help like get deep into your pores, you know, clear out blackheads, help prevent acne, like all that kind of stuff is basically what it does. You can always read more about it. But I actually really like this stuff. I feel like it makes my skin, once again, really smooth. It's gentle enough that I don't feel, it's not like the St. Ives that's just like scrubbing my skin off. I mean, it's a lot gentler than that. So that's kind of what I would say for those. For more chemical exfoliation, once again, I haven't really looked into it very much. I haven't really used it, so I don't want to say stuff that I don't know anything about. So you can totally look that up online. I just know that glycolic acid is a good one, which is, I think it's, I don't know what glycolic, I think glycolic is AHA actually. So maybe that's what it was in the mask. Yeah, it's AHA. BHA is salicylic acid. But they're both pretty much the same thing. I think AHA is a little more moisturizing versus the BHA, which is drying, more drying. There's also, let's see, I think that's pretty much, I know there's other ones. I don't know what they are. So anyway, I'll stop there on the exfoliants, but that's what I know. So The next one is going to be masks, face masks. I already showed you one that I use a lot. Another one I've used is the Queen Helene Mint Julep Mask, which is a clay mask that's really good for oily skin, blemish prone skin. I don't have it anymore because it had some ingredients that I didn't want for a time, and now I don't care about the ingredients, but I'm like, dang it, I wish I kept that. But it's really cheap and it works great. Great for controlling oily skin, helping with that at least. And I don't really know of any other masks that I've used. I used to love masks when I was younger, but I've kind of drawn away from them because they take a lot of time, and I don't like to spend that much time, like I said already, on my skin. So the last thing is just rosacea treatments. Like I was saying, I don't have rosacea, so I don't really know a lot about it, but I know that Mario Badescu has a great line. They have a thing called I think it's Calma mask, which is a face mask specifically for people with rosacea and sensitive skin, and it's supposed to be really soothing and just help calm down the redness of your skin. And like I've said before, I have a girl at my work that uses it and loves it. She says it helps so much with her rosacea. She always is recommending it to people, so I trust her. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much all that I have right now. So once again, let me know if you have any more questions. Hopefully I can answer them, and let me know what you found, what works for you, what doesn't, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to hear all that stuff. So yeah, thanks so much for watching again, and keep on watching for more basics videos. I'll probably be moving on to makeup next. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.